You have to have the right perspective on what's happening in the market, because if you don't have that, some of these strategies I'm going to share that go into these successful offers are going to make no sense, because you better. Would you like to know some of the winning strategies to writing a successful offer? And right now, with interest rates being high and inventory being low, we're in a very different situation than we thought we'd be this time this year. Higher rates typically will mean a better situation for buyers, but because there's not enough inventory on the market, not enough homes on the market, right now we're still experiencing very competitive situations. And so I want to share some things with you that are going to help you put together offers that are successful, because if not, you'll find yourself in a situation like many buyers did last year when it was very competitive, of writing offer after offer after offer. It's still not getting under contract. I don't want that for you, so I'm going to share some of our secrets. It's going to be a two-part video, because I think there's two different real big pieces of what you're going to need to get a successful offer put together. That first piece I'm talking about today is mindset. You have to have the right perspective on what's happening in the market, because if you don't have that, some of these strategies I'm going to share that go into these successful offers are going to make no sense, because you've got a different understanding of what you think is happening in the market. Because we've all got an uncle expert in our family who loves to share their opinion about everything. And maybe they own an investment property that they bought 10 years ago, and they think that their opinion bears weight on what's happening now in the market. And while we love and appreciate all of our uncle experts, or whoever that may be in your family, you need relevant information that's happening right now. Other sources like news, articles that you'll read, things online, stuff that's happening, some of it nationally does apply to Nebraska and Iowa markets, but not all of it. There are some unique things to what's happening here right now that you'll miss out on if you're only catching things from a national level or from an uncle expert level. So let's get the right perspective in this video, and I'm going to share all the things with you you're going to need to get in that right successful offer. So have the right perspective. Let's make sure we're dialing in with a professional locally here, whoever that is you work with. I'm just saying, you've got to have a professional that knows exactly what's going on, that does a high number of transactions, that can be seeing things change as the market changes. Really in a week-to-week situation right now, with rates kind of fluctuating and the inventory level fluctuating as well, it's causing the market to be a very fluid situation. So you have to have the right perspective. I think price point is something that we should dial in on, because understanding where you're shopping at matters right now in this market. So the mindset of the price point you're shopping at. If you are buying at a first-time home buyer price point, and I'm going to call that anything under $300,000. If you're buying anything under $300,000, expect to be a very competitive market right now. Lots of offers, all kinds of things going into those offers to make them successful, to try to be competitive. Just expect that going into it. If you have that understanding, you'll be successful. But if you're surprised by it, you'll write offers not as competitive as they need to be, and then you'll ride that emotional roller coaster of putting an offer on the table that really never had a chance to win, but missing out on it and not knowing it. So if you understand, if you're buying that first-time home buyer price point, it's a very competitive market right now. If you're buying above $300,000, the further up you get in price, the less competitive it gets. Now, that being said, the perfect home at the right price with all the updates and all those things are still going to be very competitive regardless of the price point. So there are buyers at every price point right now, and so just because you're higher on price point doesn't mean you're going to have a walk in the park and that you're going to get all kinds of concessions and price cuts and things. So just know that in general, if you're buying under $300,000, very competitive. As you get above that, it should get a little bit less competitive, but again, for the right home, can still create a very competitive market. But price point is something that's going to help shape our mindset going into writing an offer. What price point are we shopping at? Another big factor is days on market and how that relates in our market right now. If you're shopping for something that just hit the market the first day, expect to pay way over asking price. And by way over, I'm saying you got to give yourself at least $20,000 and potentially more to have a shot at a house right now. So if we're not shopping with that mindset, you'll be very frustrated with homes that just hit the market because there are 20, 30, 40 showings, sometimes the first day or two, with homes in that first-time home buyer price point in particular. So understand that. How many days has it been on the market? If it's the first day, expect to come over asking price with a bunch of other things. But it's been on there for a few days and it hasn't gotten an offer yet, and as long as that's because sometimes it'll be on the market for a few days and there's a review period happening after a few days. So if that's the case, it's basically going to be like a first day to market situation. But if it's been on the market for a few days and hasn't gotten any offers without any kind of review situation going on, then there's an opportunity to get it there probably for asking price. Sellers in general, after being on the market for just a couple of days, aren't looking to make any concessions. If you think about it, if you were selling your house and after 2 or 3 days, you're probably not going to take $10,000 less on your house, right? Same with the other seller you're trying to buy from. So it's been a few days, man, maybe we can get it to asking price, but there's still opportunities where other buyers can come in, because if there's a savvy listing agent listing that home, they're going to be calling all the people that showed that house, letting them know an offer is on the way. So keep that in mind as well when you're how many days are on the market. Once you get to about 7 days on the market, that's right about the time when a seller is going to be considering, should I make a price reduction? And so again, give or take, some sellers are going to hold real hard to their price because they're more emotionally attached to that price in their home than they should be. But right about that point is when people consider giving some concessions, either in credits at closing or in the price. And so that's a situation where there can be some things to be done and to get some things in your advantage on a home. Quick caveat, if you're choosing between closing credits and lower price, you may consider taking the closing credit. For the seller, it doesn't make a difference. If you're getting $10,000 off the price or $10,000 in closing costs, it doesn't matter to them. They're going to net the same amount of money. But for you, $10,000 on average, probably about $80 a month, give or take, again depending on the price you're at, and which will save on your monthly payment. Or if you could have $10,000 less closing costs needed, and you'd be in a much better situation to maybe, if you have improvements you need to make to the house or some other things that you want to do just financially with your family, $10,000 more in your pocket today is a whole lot more for you than it would maybe saving $80 a month. So that's my quick caveat to you with as far as concessions go. The last thing I'll cover with mindset is shopping at the right price point. So again, lenders will typically approve you for more than maybe you want to purchase at. So it's important to find out, where's my monthly payment, where's that sweet spot for me? And then let's shop below that, understanding that right now with the market being very competitive, we're needing to offer over asking price in most situations. So if this is where you want to be at, let's shop down here, because when you need to offer over asking price, then we're going to land kind of right about where you want to be. So shop under the price point you want to be in, particularly for those homes that have just gotten onto the market in the last day or two. So if they've been on the market for a few days, or maybe if it's been a week for sure, then if you need to go up to that full amount that you're comfortable with, there's probably an opportunity to do that then, because you're less likely to face that competition. So we've used these strategies and created the right mindset, along with some of those things that I'm going to talk about next week that go into that offer to help people get under contract really, really fast. So we did this just last week on a buyer. We went out, saw a handful of houses. We wrote an offer on their first house and got them under contract. This was a very competitive situation. We used some things to sidestep that so we could eliminate the competition to a certain degree. We had to make a very competitive offer still, but we helped them get into a home really fast for less than probably what they would have had to pay at the review period and some other things. So, but the right mindset helps these things to be possible. So I hope this has been helpful for you today to understand what's going on in the market, so that next week we can talk about those strategies that will really help you put that pen to paper and write a successful offer. My name is Jim Hare. I'm with Hare Homes Realty Group, Keller Williams, Greater Omaha. We love helping buyers and sellers in really competitive markets and optimizing the situation to get your best advantage. If you're considering building, selling, or buying, we'd love to have a conversation with you or someone that you know. So share this video with them, give us a call, give us a text, hit us up on social media, let us know what you're needing. We've got free guides for buyers, sellers, content on the market, whatever we can do to help you out. We offer free consults as well to talk about your specific situation and how you can be the most successful in this market. So if that's you, let us know. We'd love to serve you. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you and have an amazing day.